so me better work.
You understand?
I'm not the only person follow me. Mama, me sorry.
I saw the thing they be. Hey, how are you?
Hey, hello, Mama. Hello,
Actually.
How you doing? Oh, what's up, people? How you doing today? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Streets and HipTv. And of course, today, my guest. If you don't know this man, something was wrong with you.
You understand?
My brother,
I hold my side. You don't understand. Any which way.
If I say you don't do conduct before, I don't suspect it. You don't do conduct before.
No. I don't sell. I don't make phone. I don't do phone call business for bus stop before.
Wow.
Or relay bus stop.
You never.
That year. You know our normal office.
I know
your umbrella
and some
two chairs and your table and then your phone. You know that stuff. Yes, no. Don't be saying you got that 20 naira. That book that year you write 2 minutes plus 30 seconds. Go come be 50 naira.
Oh, 10 naira. If you don't 31, you go to call like this.
That time if person they talk, hello, your hand they did the red button to cut the call. Hello. Mommy, wọ́n ní kí n sáré wá sọ fún yín ni pé bàbá tó wà nílékejì yẹn wọ́n ti kú o. Ẹ jẹ́ bá mi check ẹ.
1 second ni na.
1 minute 1 second ó yẹ ká fi no bàbá ó ti kọjá 1 minute.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Streets and HipTv with SEYI. We're going to go on a quick break, and when we come back, you got to know who SEYI is and get to see his street vibe. Stay glued to your screens as we bring you more. Alright, welcome back. So SEYI, now tell us, what be your real name, sir?
Oh boy, my real name is long.
Tell us.
The real name is long. My real name is Aletile. That is my surname.
Aletile. It sounds like night don't come for you, but Aletile.
No. Aletile means night has not come yet. You understand? Aletile. Then my own name is Idile Oye. That is royal family. Oluwaseyitan. God has perfected this. Lawrence. Crowned with victory. Now the meaning is that I tell you so. So we pick SEYI from Oluwaseyitan and Law from Lawrence.
Now I need to know that Aletile, is it an Ondo language or something? It sounds like
yes, so
Aletile.
Aletile is from Ilaje in Ondo State.
Okay.
Ilaje in Ondo State.
Aletile. So why didn't you put that one as part of your name?
As part of the name. Now because people like you go bite your tongue if they pronounce it.
Alright, so you were telling me about how you actually sold, you actually had a phone booth.
Yes.
Now, what were you doing at that time? Were you schooling? Were you, what do you call it? Were you?
That was the hustling days. Let me use that word. Those days, that was when I finished secondary school, and I remember I had to, I was seeking for admission and all those stuff. But then it was a period that my mom had some financial challenges, and so I had no other choice to look for a means to survive. And that was what was readily available then, because my elder brother started the business, and then he left the business for me. And so I had to continue in the business, selling recharge card, making phone calls. And you know one funny thing about that business is that those days, for you to make about 1,000 naira as profit in a day, you know the number of calls you have to make. And even those days, the profit that we had on recharge card was about 10 naira for each recharge card. Do you understand? So you know how many recharge cards you have to sell to make 1,000 naira. You have to sell about 100 recharge cards to make 1,000 naira. And so for that reason, my brother, if you lost 750 recharge card that time, if you lost 750 recharge card, this kind of road, only you go just walk out. You just sit down for road. Now people when they contribute the money give you. Because after if you just sit down for road, uncle, auntie, but this was 750 no long. Brother, Sir, you're almost at 7:15.
That's what they're looking for.
No, you're just starting. You must beg to find the money. What do you go do
I
now?
say you just break egg. They give you egg, make you go sell.
No, you be like, man, you carry full crate of egg, you don't throw away and break. That's how it be that time. My brother, that time we 100 naira if you cook soup.
Okay.
You can't lose 750.
Your man will kill you.
Oh. Auntie, most of 750, no, Charlie? She's actually confused, right?
He did that. I need to know. That's how he did that. At what point, which point come to say you can't graduate from what?
From recharge card. The truth is, during that period that I was doing the recharge card business, you know, I get home late, pretty late in the night. Sometimes at about 11:30. That's when I leave the business to go back home. And that is because most of the time you have to wait late into the night so that when people are looking for, they can still find somebody. And sometimes around that period, you make more profit for yourself,
right?
You know, and sometimes you make more sales. So you close late, you go back home. And sometimes those days, when I get back home, I end up making my cousins and the people around me laugh.
Okay.
You understand? I crack jokes and they just laugh. So one of my cousins, who happens to be a member of a music group, just came around one day and said, you know, say all these things where they talk to, they make us laugh. So, you know, the people they make money from, I'm sure.
You turn on to business.
Do you understand? And that was how he introduced me to a church where I performed for the first time. After I performed there for the first time, somebody saw me and said, I love your performance there. Can you come and do the same thing in our church?
All right.
And that was how the journey to comedy started.
Wow.
The funny thing is, I decided that I wanted. No, the way the guy they told her they come, insurance no reach here. I never insure my full body, so I had to be very careful. The truth is that there are some areas of the body that has full insurance. My brother, the insurance around this region, it's not even physical, both spiritual and everything. I mean. So I remember that time when I wanted to go on stage for the first time, I just said, you know, the world then, you know, the way things were hard in Nigeria, I just go, I share it easy. You know, and people go like, you know, easy. And from there, you understand? Share easy, people go like, you know, easy. I say, oh boy, to say easy, for no day here, they hustle. And so my stage name then was Share It Easy. Right? Until I met Jedi, who has been in the industry and who's been able to mentor a lot of younger comedians. He saw me and he said, wow, you have a very great performance. How is that? You know, that you have a very great performance. And why don't you pick Sheyi from Olua Sheyiton and Law from Lawrence and merge it together to form Sheyi Law. And that was how I came about the name Sheyi Law.
What's your street experiences? Because I say street, they dwell inside you. Like,
no, my brother, if not street, now the reason why I know they fear the street, because people like us, we don't really grow for the street, but we ended up on the street before we left the street. Okay. You understand? Somebody like me, I don't hawk before.
What do you don't sell?
What do we not sell? We not just sell all this normal thing where other people they sell. That time we they sell water with the time. You know that water with the time. That one naira water, 15 naira. How they go? We did. Oh, I like this your people. Wait, make a call one of my guy.
How far now?
Show.
Not to do, my brother.
I'm sure your teeth should paint like this.
Now so them
You wake up like this. Now you reach with that.
Now so, not too much. All this, you know, sometimes you can't shy away from things like this.
I don't even try shy. That blog will carry out tomorrow.
You know, that's how we do with the thought. And the thing is, That time we dey sell water where we dey tie for nylon.
Okay. Ice
You
water.
understand? Yeah. Before that time, you know the one where we dey, the first one where I first sell that time, na that one where they carry full ice block, where they put them inside bucket, come turn water put, then you get your cup where you take the measure and give people. That one na ice water. You understand? Then the one where we come dey tie for nylon. Then from there we come start to dey sell wetin we dey call condense.
Okay.
You know condense na? All those different color of milk. What do we call am? Na condense we dey call am.
Just color am.
Oh, they just color water. When they color water, put sugar. So where you go tie, where you don't block. My brother, the way I see your mouth, you don't suck. You don't too suck. Your mouth don't too suck.
You can't remain white block.
Oh!
Don't get out.
My brother, you are a sucker.
Yes.
So that has been it, you know. Then I remember during the time that we were facing the financial problems, I sold rice with my mom. Then there was a time.
Rice or
my mom was cooking
rice
and stew. Then I sit in front of the house to sell.
Okay.
And then at one point, I remember going to Makoko precisely. I'll carry fish on top of my head, like one carton of fish. No, fresh fish.
Fresh fish.
You buy them. Kote, you know fish where they call kote.
That one. I get.
We'll carry and put for head. We'll cross Third Mainland Bridge, come Abeokuta Street for everything matter. Wash them, put salt and flour for the body. Fry am. Then sometimes if we no sell and finish for outside, I go knock and put for head. I don't finish SS3. Knock and put for head. Buy your fried fish. Buy your fresh fish. Man, I drink Gary. Buy fried fish. Drink Gary.
You don't hustle.
My brother, I don't be small hustle. Don't be small hustle. But now we dey thank God.
No. We don't break. Come on. Don't say like on the push. On the push.
That one na around 2006.
Okay.
Now after I win AY's open mic comedy competition.
Let's say people dey.
This one where they blow siren now.
Immigration. Now woman dey there.
Under immigration, I dey blow siren like this. If na governor wetin you wan blow? Don't be say I dey fear the guy, but you fit just dey this side.
No.
Correct guy.
Like this. Like this.
And me I still dey here.
Nothing dey happen.
I know say nothing dey happen. Don't be say I dey fear. I just dey.
Quick break, and when we come back, guys, we continue with the street. You know they fear for your life.
The truth is for me, the street is a place of wisdom. Make I use that word. The street is the place of wisdom. The street is a place of learning. The street is the place to gather strength.
Okay.
Do you understand? Yeah. And sometimes you find that people vent their anger on the street. You understand? In the sense that if you come to the street, there is a lot to learn.
Right.
Some here, you learn to bottle your anger. Sometimes you learn to express yourself. Sometimes on the street, you learn to live right. Sometimes you come to the street and you just learn how you want to live your life better.
Right.
Do you understand? You look at yourself and you say, is this where I want to end up? Is this where I want my life to end? Is it the best that I can do for myself? These are the things you learn from the street. And when you move forward from the street, sometimes you don't want to look back and say, I don't want to go back to the life of the street. But there is always something you always do for yourself. You look back at that time you spent on the street and you tell yourself, I have lived that life. I can be a better person for myself. So you live and you gain wisdom on the street. The thing is, somebody that grew up on the street, you know if you just obtain them anyhow.
Of course not.
My brother, I don't fight. I don't fight for street. You don't understand? I don't tear blow. I don't do everything for street. You understand? So now you get some things where some people go do. You just live.
Smart, man.
My brother,
I don't
leave all these things. Leave all these things. When I was at Orile bus stop, I remember there was this guy, this tout, you know, all those guys, what they call area guys. The other time, the guy could just call my desk, just pick phone, just make call, just drop the phone, you know, they pay. You understand? Then one day, if I lay cook egg now, if I lay boiled egg, That day as he come, he just make call, just drop phone. Now I tell him, say, you will pay for this one. The guy thinks it's a joke. It isn't a joke. And they tell her, you pay for this one. The guy say,
Come grab her.
Now lace. You know
Wait.
Now lacing, you know
okay,
that.
Now chill.
There is a difference between say you slap person and there is a difference between say you lace person.
So I mean, make I ship a lace. How you dey lace? Make I first ship.
You know say slap now like this, now it be slap. You know to make sense. But lacing, you lace am with here. Now here you dey lace. Now here jaw here. As you do it, you can't stand. Before the person go gain himself. Another one don't follow. Okay. As you lace and then you cover.
Now
cover.
Don't show me. Yes.
You just do like this. You don't do it fast though. Okay. You don't understand? You just do it. Bow. So as the person they do like this, at the same time they do like this. So when they go down like that, yo. Artist. How they go to go? Mo dẹ̀ máa ń jẹ́ wa gan.
Mo dẹ̀ máa ń gbọ́ pa ṣe yí máa mú.
Mo máa ń jẹ́ wa gan.
Àsomẹ́nu ẹ̀ ọ̀làgbọ́n
ẹ̀wà gan yín ni o. Pẹ̀lú sí tó oyè. Ìjẹ́ tó epo wá lè fò.
Number one kò ní bàjẹ́ àsomẹ́nu.
Allah, you know as this guy mentioned beans last night, I just dey remember those days when they eat beans burger. How we dey call am? Artist na. Abo. Good evening ma. Ashiwale. You know what I'm saying? He get wetin we dey call beans burger that time. I remember when I dey do bricklayer work that time. Beans burger, na the food wey dey hold belle. You know what I'm saying? Once you chop am for money, mommy. When you chop am for money, na till night.
Beans burger na beans
and bread.
Now,
and that one no be the one where they put the bread, the beans for plate. You go buy the bread, you go open the inside, you sell the beans inside. So you, all the beans water go down enter inside the bread. Oh, hey! You go.
Drink water. Oh, I say they push it in go down.
As you chop and finish, till night go come. Now only water you go to drink. You know the hungry again.
Only water. Guys, we're going to get to see what Sheyilo can do on the streets. But before you go, tell us your Instagram handle, your Twitter handle, your Facebook, Snapchat. Because after now, I won't see the craze. Can't catch you start. Traffic on the street.
No, what we go do for you? We'll craze small. Many people don't say we hold streets.
Oh yeah, so tell us your Instagram handle.
The Instagram handle is @Sheyilo1.
Right.
@Sheyilo1 is SEYILAW1. Then on Twitter is the same thing as Sheyilo1. And on Facebook, you just follow Sheyilo Comedian. Search for Sheyilo Comedian. Right. Even for the Facebook fan page, Sheyilo Comedian. Just search, you'll see us there.
Nice one. Thank you so much, people. After now, you're going to be seeing Sheyilo on the street mode. So you guys go follow HipTv on Instagram at official HipTv, on Twitter at HipTv. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at VJFEMI, VJ Femi. All right, guys, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to see him on his.
Just the real. Just the real.
You know, sir, if you do this keke work, I just
So much money, I got money on me.
Alpha.
How far now, guys?
That is ShopRite side. That is it. ShopRite allows us ShopRite. You understand? No, you know that things don't change now for Lagos. Now you see down for go your way to carry person. Those days we run, they climb. You know understand? Most especially that time when first scarcity they dey, we down for the quick full. This kind of phone as you just come, now from here you dey enter.
I hold 100,000.
No one. Okay. I know sabi the amount where they sell am, but now who get money? Now they wait make they help and cut. You don't understand? Before you lick orange.
Cut down with your man.
My sister hold 200,000.
My brother, they don't file this knife, The knife don't come out. Now leave remain.
See, guys, look at this knife. I know, see.
Private jets in my jets.
You know, say now this knife now I can take kill label. The knife don't take.
You don't tell me.
Kafona Uber ya mule. Yabana Manchester ballet. Rasta roll up the weed one time. Give me that cheese one time. I wanna feel cool one time. Give me that tree one time.
I walk now. Master, like this they do Amabi. Oh boy. Now so I want to spoil person property.
How much?
Rasta roll up the weed one time.
No,
So how you dey do am?
I know now one video. I know. Straight.
So this one go dey head. You carry this one for head like this. Then you come dey do this one like this. Who wan polish shoe?
Give me 300.
And like this you dey do am abi?
Mala, you dey shoe? They polish you?
So say
You
ne.
dey polish.
So say
So
ne.
say go? No, they want that.
You know understand? See groove.
Group wey mad.
I think say una dey get something wey you take dey knack am. Abi na ordinary hand.
No, you see what
Ah,
say?
so?
You know say if they beat the place, see they don't beat this place die.
Yes,
You gonna know the place where they beat. See am?
Okay na yeah.
You say they sound differently. They
No,
sound
you dey hear am? Make the lip pink. My wife no like pink lip. Na the problem wey I get. You don't understand? If the pink pass like this, my wife go get problem.
People like tattoo, because my tattoo for you.
Hey, my brother, you see that tattoo? When my grandfather do tattoo, now wetin kill am quick. Now make us dey fear am for my. You don't understand? The one wey we do when that small, and that one wey we go break small broom. Pull like this. But now the thing don't heal. This guy wants see my face. Oh, you don't know say I'm fresh like this? You don't know see me abi? My brother. Okay. They say make a crack joke now. They say make a crack joke.
Crack joke, move here.
No, you don't remember crack joke for Nigeria hard now because they don't come out subsidy. So fuel don't cost. So to crack joke now they hard. If anybody don't get money to crack joke for an a problem.
So something don't hold crack, don't hold joke.
Hey, my brother, you don't know say subsidy they affect everything.
Both dollar.
Both money or both joke or subsidy they affect. If I reach as now money no follow, you know say my wife go quarrel. I don't like problem. Now wait till they think with that. Oh boy, this guy phone now this guy people
My grandfather dash me.
this guy, what did this guy don't use for this phone, but he don't be here.
You don't use the back. Come on the touch.
No.
Touch one.
I don't come one. I don't touch you.
Now only touch remain. I too like this guy.
Alright, we say that place they go now.
No, we need to buy. You see, you get something where they sell for here. Where are they lie? Where are they groove? At this side. ₦200. What of this one?
Cucumber.
Are the same thing. This is what they call cucumber.
Cucumber.
Cucumber is
mean
very
different things, abi?
yes. Cucumber is very healthy.
Okay.
You understand me?
Okay.
For those people who know, cucumber contains a lot of water, which can help you to hydrate yourself. And again, for men that understand what I'm talking about, in the area of the reproductive system, there are some things that are very essential in cucumber that help you to. Come on, I want to do the way that they do for Yaba.
Okay.
My sister, your kind of cloth, they here. Come buy cloth.
Yeah, give me.
Oh yeah, come buy cloth. How are you? How's everything? Mo take selfie now.
Oh, they want to take selfie, abi?
We go take selfie. We go take selfie.
We'll do Snapchat.
Selfie for the snap. Una never pose well, oh. We'll come with my.
tell that you really like me.
They don't want to be involved in the cucumber things.
But they go like that.
Life for the party.
What is your name? Gift?
No, Bianca.
Bianca. Your uncle?
Benita.
Benita. Bianca Benita.
Wait,
And I'm Brian.
Wait.
You see, hold on. Allow me to introduce myself.
No, wait, I don't think we can do it. Bianca, Benita, and Cucumber.
No. Bianca Benita Brian.
Okay.
Eating the cucumber.
Wait, come now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for staying glued to your screens on today's episode of Street and HipTv with Sheila. It was fantastic. I enjoyed myself. Thanks so much for coming, bro.
Man, the street is under the street, man.
Anytime, any day.
Great,
anytime.
all the time with you, man.
And until next time, I see you.
Drag it.